Marlee, greetings from Toronto. So wonderful to have the opportunity to speak with you today.
I love Toronto, Canada.
We love having you here, so you'll have to come back when the borders are open. You promise?
I do, absolutely. I look forward to it.
Okay, you are wonderful in this film. No surprise. It so touched my heart because I grew up with my great aunt, my great uncle and aunt were both deaf. So this really touched me. And I wanted to know from you, what was it about this story that connected you and touched you that you wanted to be in it so badly?
Well, for the longest time, I always wanted the chance to do a film like this, to be able to have this, to have everyone see something like this, because there's so many wonderful stories
Mhm.
within the deaf community, stories that need to be shared, that need to be told.
Yes.
And this finally came across my radar. It was a long time coming, from Children of a Lesser God to
Yes.
today. I know that there have been some films here and there, but nothing that was on a scale of this film, where you had three characters who were deaf carrying a film,
Yeah.
leading the film. And it was such a sweet story, a lovely family, a family that loves each other, that's there to support each other, that's a hardworking family. And clearly, you have a story here that's very universal about a family and their child, and it's a coming of age story about a young girl who's trying to find her identity. And it's sort of a film where the entire family learns on all
Yes.
kinds of levels.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because your character, Jackie, of course, the mom, in the beginning, she's hesitant to her daughter wanting to break away. She's got her reasons. I understand. But it was heartbreaking to watch that, and it frustrated me. Did it frustrate you as an actor to play a woman like this?
It did, because Jackie, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, Jackie is human. She
Yes.
has this motherly instinct within her, um, as all mothers know. But, and me being a mother of four,
Yeah.
I can understand how Jackie didn't want to let go. But I had a completely different perspective, and I would have approached it differently. And that's the difference between Jackie and myself. For example, in that one scene where Ruby comes home after school one day, and Ruby says, "I want to be a singer."
Yes.
And I say, "A singer? Well, if we were, I mean, where does that come from? I mean, we've never heard about your interest in singing. You've never expressed any fascination with singing." And for Jackie to say, or to compare it to, "Well, if we were blind, would you want to be a painter?"
Yeah.
I cringed when I read that I had to say those lines. I had a hard time with shooting that scene, to the point where Sean and I had to have a discussion while we held up shooting. Uh,
Wow.
but, listen, every mother has a different approach. And Jackie, you can't fault Jackie for what she said. But at
Absolutely.
the same time,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Tell me about your impressions of Sweet Amelia. My goodness, what she did for this role is beyond any actor I've ever seen go whole in. I mean, you embraced her probably as a daughter in real life, I would think.
she is my daughter. Okay, everybody know this. The guy, I mean, I had to go. Any guy that goes up to Amelia has to go through me first. Okay, any, yeah. No, in actuality, she is a godsend. She really is. I don't think I've ever met an actor who was 17 years old at the time we shot this film, who had to wear so many hats. She had to play an interpreter. She had to learn sign language. She had to learn how to fish. She had to change her British accent to an American accent. She had to sing. It was the whole package at such a young age, and to be able to do it with ease.
Hmm.
Imagine that, singing, signing, and singing at the same time. I was in awe. And I also was very inspired. And I hope that I hope that people recognize and are inspired by her, knowing that if you have that kind of talent, you can do whatever it is, anything else. I'm so grateful that Sean was able to cast her, couldn't imagine anyone else doing the role.
Yeah,
She's a
brilliant.
pro. She has her head on her shoulders, and I thank her parents every day for her mother Claire is amazing. She's so supportive. She's provided Amelia with a great foundation, and she's created a very smart kid.
Yeah, beautiful. It's beautiful. Everything, the whole family. I love the dynamic. It felt so real. And I wanted to ask you my last question. Working with the director, Sean Hayter, who did a brilliant job. She wrote it as well from the French film, adapted it. Why did you feel the trust in her? Here we have a director who can hear. She's not deaf. Why did you put so much trust into this woman?
Well, remember, I grew up in both worlds, in
Yes,
the hearing and deaf world, so I don't judge people by whether they're deaf or hearing. Anyone can be my friend, basically. It doesn't matter.
for
Any,
sure.
whatever, as I said, hearing or deaf,
Yeah.
any color, any religion. I just don't judge. But as a director, I think it's important to have a good relationship, a good dynamic, a good working dynamic, knowing that you're going to be working together for the film. And Sean proved that to me because she did her homework.
Yes.
She got involved in deaf culture naturally because it's important. That's what the film is about, and it's about the story. She directed us very well. Her trust in us then developed into a trust of her on our part, and she put up with my sense of humor, which was a lot. I mean, you have to. I mean, it, but I've just been a fan of hers. I mean, I was a fan of hers before I did Coda because she did a movie called Tallulah, which I was a big fan of, and I
Yes.
think her work is brilliant. So I was glad that I could just check her off my bucket list, having worked with Sean Hayter, and I look forward to working with her again on another project.
I hope to see that too. Well, congratulations. You did a wonderful job. And Jack, I want to thank you for being the voice of Marlee for all these years. It's just to meet both of you today. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.